Good evening. I'm Chris Tan.
And I'm Dee Lever.
Life, death, mystery, all that and more on HBC News.
Tonight we bring breaking news from our field reporter, Paula Work, who is outside the supposedly empty tomb of the recently crucified Jesus Christ. Paula?
Thanks, B. Good evening. I'm Paula Work. I'm here at the empty tomb of Jesus Christ, where one of the most mysterious events in human history has recently taken place. Today we are reporting on what officials are calling Easter, the day when Jesus rose from the dead.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. I've heard of resurrection, but this is ridiculous.
It's truly an incredible sight, folks. Today we are joined by some of the key players in this story. Here with me now is Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor who presided over Christ's trial. Mr. Pilate, can you tell us about your decision to condemn Jesus to death?
It was a difficult decision, but ultimately I had to consider the safety of our people of Jerusalem. Jesus was stirring up a lot of trouble, and I had to do what was best for the greater good.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Pilate.
I think Jesus was just playing a prank on us. He wanted to see if we would really believe he was dead and then come back to life.
I'm not sure that's quite accurate, but there are certainly many theories about what really happened to Jesus.
As a Christian, I believe that the resurrection of Jesus is the greatest miracle in human history. But at the same time, I can't help but wonder, what really happened here? How did Jesus rise from the dead, and where did his body go?
These are questions that have puzzled scholars and theologians. Here with me now is Dr. Sarah Williams, a biblical scholar and theologian who has studied the events of Easter death. Dr. Williams, can you shed some light on the mystery surrounding the empty tomb?
The mystery of the empty tomb is one of the most fascinating and perplexing aspects of the Easter story. From a scientific perspective, we all know Jesus was crucified and buried in this tomb. But what happened next is a matter of faith and speculation.
Some people have suggested that the body of Jesus was stolen. What do you think of this theory?
It's certainly a possibility, but there are a few things that don't quite add up. For one thing, the tomb was heavily guarded by Roman soldiers. It's unlikely that anyone would have been able to steal the body without being detected. And secondly, the disciples of Jesus were devastated by his death. It's hard to imagine them concocting a story about his resurrection if they knew it would be false.
So what do you think really happened?
As a Christian, I believe that the resurrection of Jesus was a miraculous event, a sign of God's power and love for humanity. But also, I believe that the mystery of the empty tomb is meant to remind us that there are some things in life that we will never fully understand.
Thank you, Dr. Williams. Here we have one of Jesus' disciples, Mary Magdalene. Mary, can you tell us about your experience at the tomb this morning?
It was the most incredible moment of my life. I went to the tomb expecting to find Jesus' body, but instead I found an empty tomb and an angel who told me that Jesus had risen from the dead. It's a miracle, a true miracle.
Thank you, Mary. As we wait for more developments, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've witnessed over the past few days. The events of this week have been both tragic and inspiring, reminding us of the power of faith and the reliance of the human spirit. As we reflect on the mystery of the empty tomb, let's remember the profound significance of Easter, the day when Jesus rose from the dead and gave us hope for our eternal life. This is a story that will continue to captivate us for generations to come, a story of faith, hope, and a mystery, but above all, a story of love. Back to you in the studio, Chris.
Thanks, Paula. Well, it's been quite an eventful morning, hasn't it, Bee?
Yes, Chris, it has. And we here at HBC Studios are sure glad to finally see the prophecies foretold for centuries finally coming true.
Thank you to all the viewers at home who tuned in now. And now, back to your regularly scheduled service. Happy Easter!